6 feet deep. I'm out for presidents to represent me. I'm out for presidents to represent me. The world is yours.
Ooh, that felt good.
Hey, Bill.
Oh, this one's gonna Let's go! Woo! You going down. You ready for that air?
Yes. Come on, MP.
Yeah, it's time to play now.
on, bro. That wasn't me. Here's today's weather report. Rain, rain, and more rain. Oh, that's the wind. It's the wind. Oh, what's good? Oh, hit that. Nah, we're good. Let's go. Yeah, baby. It's raining. It's raining. Crunch time, baby.
Obviously, this isn't the way we wanted to start the series. Losing a key contributor in practice this morning is tough. But listen, keep your heads up. We'll be back soon enough. And we don't make excuses on this team. It's the next man up, no matter what. So we're going to go out there, we're going to execute, and we're going to win the game. Let's go! Let's go! Hi!
Shaking, MP.
In company as they lose a starter to injury during morning shoot-around. Not the news you want to hear before game one of this second-round series, but sources tell me that the team is optimistic the hobbled starter will only miss a game or two.
Spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations of these rules to the nearest usher, security guard, or arena staff member. And don't forget to bring the family.
The Eastern Conference Semifinals, Game 1. The Wizards were dominant in round 1. Able to advance in just 5 games. But the real test starts now as a new challenger awaits in the series opener against the Hawks. the opening game of the conference semifinals. Up next.
The next stage of the Eastern Conference playoff battle begins here. Game 1 of the conference semifinals. Both these teams have survived and moved one step closer to the title. With Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony and Allie LaForce on our sideline, I'm Kevin Harlan. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. The backcourt guards are Young and Daniels. The post pairing, Johnson along with Porzingis. And it's Krejci in at the 3. And for Washington, George is out there with Carlton Carrington. Then it's George. Then it's Sarr. And it's Kispert in at the 3, the small forward. You look at the Hawks. Well, they had very little trouble in their first-round matchup. It was a clean sweep.
And they're hoping to carry that momentum into this series. But they know they've got their work cut out for them. This is a much tougher task than round 1.
George passes to George. George with the screen on Young. Carrington misses the 3.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
Young finds Porzingis. Back to Young. From past the arc. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
The crisp mechanics of Young on display there. A guy who has his shot down cold.
And here's George for 3. Sinks the triple. And to find out a member of the starting lineup is out, so close to tip-off, I mean, this has got to be jarring for this team.
They can throw off routines as well as rotations when a starter goes down. When something like this happens, it really tests the mental fortitude and resiliency of a team. I'm curious to see how they'll handle it.
Took him no time at all on that one. MP's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for Washington. Young outside. Pass to Krejci. The kick out to Young. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Washington's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Johnson against MP. Sarr gets the bucket.
That's where you want Sarr doing his work offensively. He is a tough cover in the paint.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Again, Young missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on it.
George sets a screen for George to the paint, and George with the stuff.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
Here's Young. The teardrop falls in. Young's got 7 points.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him at every possession.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, MP in the last matchup against Indiana was simply terrific. He tallied 32 points, and he did everything else you could have wanted as well, ending with a triple-double. He was really special in that game, and they're hoping he can repeat that kind of performance tonight. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, great stuff as always. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Good on the three-point shot. 9 points in the game so far. And Greg, recently MP had a milestone game, recording the first triple-double of his career.
And there should be plenty more to come over the course of his career. MP's a guy that's willing and able to do whatever it takes for his team to win.
Washington leading now by 6. On the wing, MP. That falls. Nice speed that time from George.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowed.
High post Young. He has 7. In the hoop for his 4th field goal. 4 for 7 shooting and looking for more.
Nice work by Young. He can be a pest.
MP left side. Pass to Kispert. Back to MP. 6 on the shot clock. Wizards need to get a shot off here. And Sarr throws it down.
How about Sarr? Just ridiculous athleticism for a 7-footer.
The Hawks trail by 9. Outside Daniel. Back to Young. For 3. MP grabs the miss. And so MP will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. This team has been cruising through these playoffs. Just 1 loss so far.
Yeah, they've ripped through the postseason thus far, arguably playing their best basketball of the season. That's what you want this time of year.
That's how they like to see him operate. Big part of their attack.
And so it's Washington in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They've done a lot of great work from long range. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And we're ready to get back into the action here in Game 1. Let's see what this quarter has in store for us. And got completely new group for Atlanta. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. In the corner, George with it. Pass to MP. Over Young. MP going to work inside.
Now, this is what we want from MP. Night after night, an energetic performance on the offensive end.
Wasted no time on that one. Young's got 17 now.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Next to Porzingis. Fires from deep. The offensive rebound. Not as good, and the Wizards' lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Young. Wizards have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the second quarter. You've got to like how they've shot the ball.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
That's the 3 fly. Picks it out to Johnson. Pass to Young. Jacks up a 3. Count it. And with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
Yeah, seemingly unlimited range for Young. He is always confident.
George passes to George. A shot's good on the assist by George. MP's got 6 assists here tonight. 46 seconds left to play in the first half. Daniels passes to Krejci. Young with no one around. Porzingis kicks to Daniels. Takes the 3. Young's shot is off. Wizards leading by 7. Outside, George. Back to George. George with the screen on Young. Down low. And it's George finishing it off.
How about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Young passes to Porzingis. No good on the 3. And so that brings the first half to a close. Wizards lead by 9. They'll be back shortly, live from Washington.
And now, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're thinking about the shot. Nice shot. One more time. Round of applause for our participant.
Some great postseason action in the first half of play. A healthy lead has been built for the Washington Wizards.
Anytime they snip the paint, it's a bucket. And they found different ways to do it.
Yeah, their game plan gets the Shaq seal of approval. Get it inside and hit them hard.
Looking at how the Wizards are doing in this series. Guys, how important is the first game of a series?
Very important, Ernie. You learn a lot about yourselves and your opponent. Teams will attack and try to exploit your weaknesses.
And after game one, it's all about how you cover up those weaknesses. Force your opponent to shake up their approach, man.
Yeah, moves. And that'll do it for halftime.
And we're back for more exciting action from the Eastern Conference semifinals. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Yeah, and the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
And defensively, they're giving him too many good looks out there. They need to start running him off the line.
The Hawks trail by 9. They've got Carlton Carrington. Sarr out there with George. Then there's Kispert. And it's MP in at the 2 guard. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. 6 to shoot. Young, good look. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Young's got 24 points.
Well, this is what Young is capable of every time he steps on the floor. He is a one-man offensive machine.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Porzingis sets the pick for Young. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
The Hawks trail by 10. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Kicks it out to Johnson. The 3. Goes back up. Here's Porzingis. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, this is the dirty work you love to see Porzingis doing. Saving the play and getting them a bucket.
George with the screen on Daniel. To the inside. Pass to Kispert. The 3 from MP. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
MP is a true customer from 3. Great form from the up-and-coming player.
Outside Daniel. Back to Young. 3 on 3. And a wide open look for Sarr. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Young taking his time here. There's the 3. It's hauled in by George. MP's got 4 rebounds in this game.
And guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Pass to Sarr. And taken away by Johnson. Outside Daniel. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Yeah, plenty of power behind that move from Johnson.
And Brian Keefe wants a timeout. He's going to take his chance to talk to his guy. And the Wizards making a change here. Koulibaly's checked in. And Simmons, he's checked in for Atlanta. Wizards leading by 12. Outside, George. George sets a screen for MP. Inside, George dishes to MP. MP with a screen on Simmons. A three-pointer is right on target. Carrington's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Daniels against George. Daniels kicks to Johnson. Pass to Daniels. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Krejci, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Krejci's got his first 2 points of the night.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
MP, no good. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. It's a 13-point game. Daniels passes to Porzingis. Johnson for three. The rebound by Carrington. Wizards have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Step back on that one and let it fly. George has got 6 here in this quarter.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And his competitiveness showing through, that's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Outside Daniel. Here's Krejci. He's defended by Koulibaly. Porzingis sets the pick for Simmons. And they double up Simmons. Three-pointer, Daniels. Washington with the rebound. Koulibaly with it. MP inside. And so it's MP making things happen for the Washington Wizards. He's raised his three-point total to 6 now. A lot of points from beyond the arc. We'll get you back to the action after this break. A chance now to hear Coach Quinn Snyder talking to his team moments ago in the huddle.
One of the biggest things is not to react to anything. Okay, get to the next play and get the defensive boards, all right?
Well, as we just heard asking his guys to just keep it moving, Quinn Snyder doesn't want his guys to get caught up. Calls timeout.
Well, it's a player's league, but certainly coaching has its place.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Here's George. Count it. George has got 10 points in just the second half.
The desire to win. It fuels MP. He doesn't let anything get in his way.
Pass to Krejci. Here's Porzingis. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, that's what they want to see. He has to start asserting himself. They need him to take command of this game.
MP looking around. No good with the layup.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And this is what makes Young so lethal, his ability to make tough, contested shots look effortless.
The three from MP. And that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Gill is checked in for Bagley.
Into the lineup for Washington.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Back to Daniels. And taken away by Johnson. Here's George. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Lets it go with a three. And again, it's Washington with a three.
Well, this is the kind of awareness you love seeing from young players like MP. He knows the defense is keying on him, so he makes the unselfish play and kicks it out for an easy three.
Here's Young. Good D by Johnson. Washington's gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta.
A tremendous boost for these guys as this game winds down, and what will be a win here in game 1 of the series for the Wizards.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it's really got to feel very good to be able to jump out confidently to a 1-0 lead in this series.
Absolutely. And I think their focus now has to be not on taking this win for granted. They should come out for game 2 with the same intensity and honestly maybe even more. You know, they'll face a more focused team in the next one, so they may have to be just a little bit tougher.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for George.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
Simmons passes to Houston. Lets it go from 11. It's hauled in by MP. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. Bagley in the post. Covered by Okongwu. They set the screen. 5 to shoot. They get it back. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Good! Another from 3.
And he's letting it fly from long range to devastating effect.
And he's now tied the franchise record for triples in a playoff game. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
Now let's send it over to Jennifer Quintana.
I'm here with MP, whose team pulled out a gutsy win after finding out just moments before tip-off they'd be down a starter. How much confidence does it give you to win this game without one of your most important players?
You know what? We're a confident bunch, Jennifer. I don't think we learned anything we didn't already know. But I bet the other guys are less confident after seeing what we did tonight. And they're probably not looking forward to seeing us at full strength. You know?
Sounds like a great game, MP. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Kevin, back to you.
All right, Jennifer, thanks so much. It's time for us to say so long. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage during the second round of the NBA Eastern Conference Playoffs. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. We'll see you later on.
tough break for
text the word Wizards along with your issue and seat location to 55555. A member of our fan relations team will respond and address your concern immediately. Upcoming giveaway day, when you won't want to miss. Every ticket holder is getting a Wizards Dancers 5-foot so they can trip a DC Drive wherever they go. Rally Day is almost here. DC fans come out to the game and you'll get a chance to be your own Wizards rally seller. With Crowded and help the Wizards secure a victory. Don't forget to come out to the game. What better way to pass the year than the pictures of your favorite franchise? If you still want to be a part of any Wizards program,
Game 2 of the Eastern Conference Semis. The Washington Wizards come in off a critical Game 1 win and are now poised and prepared as they attempt to take a 2-0 lead against the Atlanta Hawks. Round 2 of the NBA playoffs continue, coming right up.
The postseason continues to heat up here on 2K Sports. Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals on the way. Brian Anderson here, joined by Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. Now Atlanta starting 5. Trey is flanked by Daniels in the backcourt. Johnson and Porzingis there inside. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 3 spot. And for the Wizards, they've got Kispert, Sarr out there with Keyshawn George. Then there's C.J. McCollum, and it's MP in at the shooting guard position. You look at Atlanta, they came up short in Game 1 of this series. Still, they showed some positive signs to carry into this one.
It's all about making the adjustments for this game. They can steal home court advantage if they execute their plan.
Now here's Daniels. Johnson a screen on MP. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by George. Kispert outside. McCollum pass to Kispert. No good on the 3.
He created the opening. He got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss was just on him.
Young from long range. They get it back. Pass to Alexander Walker. From downtown. Atlanta again missing. And Washington with possession. And they've had a remarkable postseason record so far. Only 1 loss.
And this group knows how to bounce back. They have a winning attitude, utmost confidence in their ability to figure out defenses, and find creative ways to score. Very well coached, and even the younger players on this team have a sense of maturity that's uncommon.
George, a screen on Daniels. MP finds George, and the shot's good.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Now, we know he can hit threes, but Kristaps showing he can slam it too.
On the wing, MP. Off the window. It's good. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Young against McCollum. Young misses.
He was bothered just enough to miss that shot. That's good work by the defense. Yeah, he can't find that player if his eyes aren't up. Really nice play.
The Hawks have gone only 1 of 6 so far. Outside, Alexander Walker. Johnson for 3. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. Washington's gone 0 for 2 from outside. George with it, and Johnson picks him up defensively. Kispert outside. Pass to Sarr. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fades back. The rebound by Atlanta. Daniels outside. Now Young. Back to Daniels. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. From deep, Johnson. Pure from three-point range.
Well, that shows a lot of confidence right there. Johnson knowing how effective he can be off the catch.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Hawks had a huge game. He finished with 30 points, and as always, a lot of those points came in bunches of 3. A reminder of the amazing things that he's capable of on any given night. It'll be hard to match that tonight, but he'll try. Guys?
That's good stuff, Allie. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Grant.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, B.A. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
Well, I actually here hoping for a repeat performance.
Here's Porzingis following the three-pointer by Washington.
Well within range for Porzingis. The Latvian probably was thinking these since he was young.
And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. He's checked in for Washington. Koulibaly comes in for Kispert. Okongwu's checked in for Atlanta. Kennard comes in for Daniels. And so George will bring it up for Washington. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good. 59 seconds left in the first quarter. Young looking around. Porzingis with a screen on McCollum. Outside Porzingis. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
And this is what they want to see from Porzingis. Taking contact and completing the play.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Here's what Washington's going with right now. Bagley's checked in for Sarr. Johnson comes in for MP. And it's Carrington in for C.J. McCollum. Houston, he's checked in for the Hawks. A different look here. George, he's checked in for Bagley. Kispert comes in for Champagny. George, he's checked in for Koulibaly. And it's McCollum in for Carrington. A big group substitution here for Atlanta. Krejci's checked in for Porzingis. Alexander Walker comes in for Houston. Daniels is checked in for Kennard. And it's Trae Young in for Ben Simmons.
Why was Trae Johnson such a high pick? When he gets hot, he can light up the scoreboard. A microwave-type scoring talent.
You got George. Corey Kispert out there with Johnson. Then there's George, and it's McCollum at the point guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3 ball.
On the wing, MP from behind the arc. Rebounded by Daniels. Hawks trail by 6. Pass to Krejci. Here's Okongwu. Daniels outside. The 3 is up. Sinks it from distance. Daniels has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
George passes to Kispert. The kick out to Johnson. Now George. Shot clock at 6. Outside Johnson. McCollum's got space. And he's on the money with his first shot today. McCollum's got his first points of the night.
Man, that is a quick release by McCollum. He got that thing in the air before the defense even realized he had it.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Wizards. And Washington making a change here. Sarr's checked in. And a change for the Hawks. Johnson, he's checked in for Krejci. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by.
2 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
Now here's MP. He's got 6. Kispert outside. Pass to McCollum. Shoots over Young. McCollum's shot is off. Hawks trail by 5. And Daniels gets it to go on the assist from Young. Young's got 4 assists in the game.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
MP, the pass to George. Daniels against George. Fires the 3. The rebound by the Hawks. 1:15 left to play in the second quarter. Alexander Walker. That one's good. This game is all even. Alexander Walker's got 5 points in the quarter.
I just love the ball movement.
And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for the Hawks. And here now a list of the players who have had the hottest hand in the playoffs. Trae Young, 4th.
Perfect time to take it to another level offensively. He's really carried them at that end.
Washington's gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. And here's MP from outside. Gets the 3 to fall. MP's got 9 points.
And ring another one up. MP not messing around from deep.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the first half. To the inside. Ooh, Porzingis using that length in the paint.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
MP looking around. McCollum outside. Back to George. To the middle. Here's Sarr. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. MP's got 3 assists now in this one. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. It's a 3-point game. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Alexander Walker. Off target from 3-point range. And so it's Marvin Bagley making highlights for the Washington Wizards. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere.
And as we welcome you to halftime, without question, Game 2 has been a battle for the Atlanta Hawks.
They're not showing enough fight defensively. Take some pride getting some stops. This is when your leader has to step in and say something.
Yeah, tough to beat a team that's shooting double nickels from the field. Looking at how the Wizards are doing in this series, they were able to hold serve in Game 1. But they'll need that same effort to make the most of their home court edge.
Yeah, don't get comfortable. It's only one game. And it was a game that they were supposed to win.
Yeah, but you got a great chance to take a commanding lead in this series, Shaq. You could go up 2-0, and I don't see them losing the series.
Some big expectations on this game, too. That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
And let's get you back to the action as game 2 is getting underway. Marvin Bagley really making a difference here.
Oh, he's upped his game, his overall intensity. It's been a surprisingly productive night for him.
Well, let's see if they keep going, Tim. I think part of that will depend on what the defense does to adjust.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder. Johnson and Porzingis, they're inside. Trey is flanked by Daniels in the backcourt. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 3. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good.
You know, so far, I'm pretty impressed with MP's attitude. He doesn't seem like a young hothead. He knows he's got a lot of work to do on his game.
Hawks trail by 5. Here's Young. Drives to the hoop. And the layup is good off the glass. Young's gotten his first basket of the night.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
And finished off by Sarr.
Just bouncing off contact. Sarr, man, 2 points the hard way.
Atlanta is shooting about 60% for the game. Young, the pass to Daniels. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. And it's 8 points for Dyson Daniels.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
Georgia's shot is off. Here's Atlanta with the ball. Trailing by 2. Here's Alexander Walker. Porzingis. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Porzingis has got 11.
A nice start to the third. 3 out of 4 and looking good doing it.
Stolen by Daniels. Pass to Young. And he's going for the lob. Operating inside. Porzingis.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Pretty even game going on here in D.C. George, a screen on Daniels. George passes to George. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George. Here's Young. Outside Johnson. Three-pointer, no good. And for the Wizards, their shooting has been great. 57% and finding ways to score consistently. And the bucket is good.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Here's Young. Porzingis with a screen on McCollum. Here's Young. And another basket for Atlanta.
When you defend Trae Young in the pick and roll, you better stop ball first, or he is going to torch you.
And so now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. He's checked in for Washington. Simmons is checked in for the Hawks.
Substitution on the court.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. From deep, MP. MP drills the 3.
Well, they're winning this game in large part due to how efficient he's been, and it's why they'll continue to go to him.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
As this game tightens up, it's even more important to take care of the basketball.
The Wizards have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. George, a screen on Daniels. George passes to George. Now here's Sarr. Washington moving the ball around. Sarr a screen. 5 on the clock. MP finds Sarr. And he gets it to go. Now it's a 3-point Washington lead.
You know, you see how comfortable MP is operating pick and rolls. Just great decision-making from him.
We've got 1:28 left to play in the third quarter here. The kick out to Simmons. Back to Alexander Walker. Knocks it down from distance. Alexander Walker's got 8.
The pass-first nature of Simmons. Fantastic job scanning the floor and finding the open teammate.
So for the Wizards, Gills checked in for Sarr. Champagny comes in for George. And it's Bilal Coulibaly in for Kispert. Atlanta also making some changes. Okongwu's checked in for Johnson. Houston comes in for Alexander Walker. And it's Kennard in for Daniels. They set a pick. MP, the pass to Champagny. Here's Gill. Up top, Carrington. MP outside. Cranes the triple. He's got 17.
Yeah, when we talk about MP's unlimited potential, we're referring to nights like this one.
Kennard for 3. A rebound by the Wizards.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
George outside. This one for 3. Okongwu with the rebound. Hawks trail by 3. Houston passes to Kennard. 16 seconds left in the third. The shot's good. Kennard's got his second bucket of the night.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Here's George. MP hammers it down.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game. Both teams putting up points in a hurry. Wizards out in front, up 3. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, he made it look simple, but that's not always easy to execute.
Going with an almost entire new group here. Sarr's checked in for Bagley. George comes in for Champagny. Kispert's checked in for Coulibaly. And it's George in for Carrington. And a new group getting ready for the Hawks. Porzingis has checked in for Okongwu. Johnson comes in for Houston. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Krejci. And Daniels is subbed in for Kennard. They've got Keyshawn George. MP is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's Alexander Sarr. And it's Kispert in at the small forward position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards. Porzingis sets a screen. Stolen by Sarr. Oh, no good.
And it was a great chance to finish on the break. And he flubs it.
Can't believe he missed that. Looked like a loss of focus.
Porzingis. George is there for the rebound.
Well, the defense was daring him to take that shot, and it paid off.
George sets a screen. Beyond the arc. Oh, it misses.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
Young fires. George is there for the rebound.
Well, he usually brings rain from there, but not this time.
Takes a 3. The free is in.
Oh, a wise move by MP. Calling his own numbers in the two-man game.
Hawks trail by 7. Right side, Young. In attack mode, Trae Young.
There it is. That is ice cold by Trae Young. Huge bucket.
MP, booyah! He sinks the triple.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
Young. Oh, Young with the power move.
Wow, that is great resilience by Trae Young. An impressive bucket.
Trae Young's attitude on the floor is so striking. He's got this unbreakable edge to him. He's super competitive and is ready to scrap with you.
George. Oh, off target from downtown. Daniels. Oh, ho, ho. That's a man on a mission right there.
And how about Daniels embracing the spotlight? He loves hitting these big-time shots.
Now George. Yes, sir! Bank it in the layup.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
This is what the fans came to see. A lot of great plays going back and forth.
Oh, missed on the tray. And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Leading by 5. From downtown. Nope. And it's Daniels with the ball for the Hawks. Oh, the long ball, no good. And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Washington.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And so he drops them both, and it's a 7-point game.
And if you get a chance to build your lead at the free throw line, you've got to take it.
Young against McCollum from deep. McCollum with the rebound. No need to shoot. This one is done.
Yes, they've got to be happy with tonight's effort.
George! Cash from downtown! So we see the Wizards taking the W here. And this win shows they have the momentum so far in this series. Up 2 games to none now.
They just look so confident out there. They're playing selfless ball, and their chemistry has never looked better.
That'll do it for this broadcast of the NBA Eastern Conference semifinals. For reporter Allie LaForce and for Tim Legler and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for joining us. So long, everyone.